Lesson 1.5, Concept 2, Simplifying Before Solving. So if you have an equation where you have multiple like terms on one side, you want to make sure that you simplify those terms before you start moving terms across the equal sign. All right. So here's another example. The goal is to combine our like terms, and then we have less to actually move across the equation. So in this problem, we're going to first distribute. We're going to distribute our 3. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 2 is 6 minus 4x equals 15 minus 2x plus a negative 1. And that's the same as minus 1. All right. The next step is going to be to move your terms so that they are next to each other, so that you can do the operations and evaluate them and combine them. So I'm going to have my 3x, and I'm going to move my minus 4x over, and then have my plus 6 on the other side so that my x's are next to each other. And then over here I'm going to have 15. And then I'm going to have the plus negative 1, or I can write it as minus 1. It's the same thing. And then my minus 2x. I'm going to run out of room. After that, you can combine your terms. So 3x minus 4x is going to be a negative x, or a negative 1x, plus 6 equals 15 minus 1 is 14. And then we still have our minus 2x. Now that we've got it simplified so we don't have any like terms on either side, so we've got one constant and one variable, and one constant and one variable. We can't combine on either side anymore, so we're going to start moving our variables together and moving our constants. So that is going to be adding 2x, and I'm going to add 2x, and then these will cancel. I have 2x minus x, which is going to be just a positive 1x plus 6 equals 14. And then I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. And I'm left with x equals 14 minus 6, or 8. All right. If we hadn't combined like terms ahead of time, we would have had a lot more steps in moving equations, or moving terms across the equation. Okay, so make sure that you simplify before you start moving those terms.